They not like us. 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 They not like us.
You're going to see these conscious threads on June 1st as we get ready for Afrika 2025. And we have had the conversation multiple times because it's so multifaceted that we need to bring even more guests on today now. So Kadija joins us again, Kadija Dyer that is, who is the Senior Program Officer at the ESCTT, but also a designer featured in the show alongside Dominique La Roche, designer extraordinaire. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
From those rooms, I am thrilled beyond measure because it's always an experience when we see local designers put together pieces specifically for a show. This one particularly having the message, a literal message in the thread of your pieces. Dominic, I'm starting with you because we would have heard from other persons the thought process behind putting together their collections. What was your process like for this particular show?
Oh, well, this actually came up quite coincidentally because I started early on this year wanting to explore, well, I'm a textile person and I'm a textured person. I also come from a very strong indigenous background. So my parents are direct descendants of immigrants, the people who were here and not the ones that came. So I grew up with a lot of cross-cultural referencing in my life that was also fused with what is uniquely Trinidad and Tobago. So I wanted to explore, you know, like doing things with your hand and embroidery and all those little intricate details that used to give inform a garment in a very unique way. And then Richard was talking about, you know, I want to get more involved in sustainable practices, and you know, I want to get more involved in the basis or the basic foundation of garment building or style building. And that's how we came up with the concept of conscious threads. So I just thought it was like miraculous because I had done my little storyboard and I had it as threads of our roots. So that was just us doing things independently. And then he just talking about it and I said, well, that's like crazy, you know, that, you know, we are on the same pathway, that tight little pathway moving.
Perfectly
aligned.
aligned.
For me, it was very easy to keep going. I delve into the organic and the traditional and trying to fuse it very seamlessly with modernism. So that's kind of what I'm known for.
I'm so excited to see this come to life. And I know that persons are also excited, and we've told you many times how to get the tickets and be a part of it. But Kadija, in terms of the big picture, we also have more events that we can actually be attuned to that continue that conscious conversation. So we mentioned it briefly before, the Pan-African Festival, which is going to be the overarching, if you will, event of which Iwa is a part.
Yes.
Give me the details.
Yes. Okay, so on Sunday, which is African Liberation Day, so every year we launch the Pan-African Festival commemorating emancipation. So folks, it is still Emancipation celebration. We have just coined it the Pan-African Festival because it's more than just emancipation celebration. It's a Pan-African Festival, so we incorporate the entire diaspora. When we say diaspora, we're talking Caribbean, regional, Latin, and of course the continent of Africa with its 52 countries. Okay? So we launch on Sunday, and those who attended and also those visiting our social media will see that it's 3 months of activities. So planning starts sometimes the year before. So we come out of Emancipation, we take a break and go straight into Emancipation for the next year.
All right.
What are we doing next year? Who are we bringing? What is the theme? Right? So planning starts in January. So Carnival, we are planning for Emancipation. While you're jumping up, we're planning.
And we appreciate you.
So the first event is usually Afrika, that's the fashion show. And the fashion show has become that event that, as Abio, our griot for the night says, it's a festival now. So it's Afrika Festival. You get your wear for season, so not just for Emancipation, but for all our events. Persons come looking, okay, let me see, because it's like 25 events.
Wow. Wow. But even beyond the 25 events, you have garments that you can wear throughout the year regardless.
They're
Regardless
perennial.
who you are.
Correct. And now we're seeing that the younger generation is including African threads for their graduation, and it's beautiful. It looks so different. So for sure, now you go to your graduation, and you are guaranteed to look different from everyone else.
But speaking of different from everybody else, each year you have a different cast of persons that are going to be part of that festival.
Yes.
I know Richard would have alluded to some of the performances. Let us know Three Canal is a big part of the show. Who else can we expect?
So we have Three Canal, we have beautiful, gorgeous Terry Lyons. I'm a big fan. Terry Lyons. We have a poet, Abiola. We have Mukujambi Chanel Brazan. We have Dion Batiste doing African dance, one of the Orisha goddesses. And we have Wasafuli Tran Tobago.
Of course,
so, they bring that rhythm and that energy.
Definitely.
Richard is transported immediately because these sorts of collaborations continue throughout the year.
Yes.
As a number of events that we could look out for. And in terms of getting a calendar of events, where can we go together, Kadija?
So it's right now, it's on our website as well as our social media pages.
Now, Richard, your calendar of events might look a little different. This show is one of many that you'll be having for the year, I imagine. Tell me a little bit as to how the distinction, apart from the designated theme, but how the show itself is going to tie into your other efforts throughout the year.
Okay, well, Richard is always about storytelling. So this is just one page or one chapter in the many stories that he likes to narrate. He's very passionate about the Caribbean aesthetic, so am I. And it's about really informing even the older generation, refreshing their mindsets to what they once held very precious to their soul, and also informing the youth body of today that, don't be so obscured by everything that you see in the social media platforms, and that, you really have to be so absolutely proud of where you come from and what is your own.
Big facts. And we will have even more reason to be proud on June 1st. Now, well, as one of the many occasions that we can do that. We're going to continuously remind you of these events because, of course, you still want to get your tickets, you still want to be part of it. So, Kadija, remind us of how to connect again.
Okay, so for EWA Africa, you can get your ticket from any one of our 20 designers throughout Trinidad and even Tobago, Queen's Hall box office, and at the Emancipation House in Maraval. And
you could also get tickets at TAP. TAP has been very gracious. Trinidad and Tobago's Society for Retired Persons. That's on Belmont Circular Road. Okay. So they have taken on, seen this as a very good initiative. There's a whole body of our wisdom housed in there, and they love exploring our culture.
Fantastic.
And you have a chance to win. We are giving away 2 tickets to any Caribbean Airlines destination.
Are we in another ticket? Let me know if I can enter one time.
You buy a ticket to come to the show.
So random selection?
Yes, random selection. So general tickets at $300, special reserve $250. And we mean any destination Carl flies to. Miami, Florida, the Caribbean.
Loop. Like anything. Yes. All right, let me know that. And then on Sunday, 25th of May, we are going to be making sure, or rather we would have made sure that the Pan-African Festival kicked off so that we can continue to celebrate ourselves sustainably and share in that Conscious Threads message. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so very much for having us.
I'm really looking forward to being a part of it one way or the other because my wardrobe going to extend. And the show continues after these messages here at the Now Morning Show. You guys, stick around.